80% of our thoughts are negative, is what research tells us. And so all of a sudden, social scientists tell us we begin to develop emotional reasoning. In other words, we believe what it is that we feel. And we become cynical. Okay, we have this general distrust of people and their motives. We begin to develop hostility towards others, unfriendliness toward others, an unwillingness to delve deep into relationships. And the truth is, each and every one of us, we begin to drift into being critical. You know, it just happened to me the other day. I flew in from St. Louis last Sunday. Okay, now part of my attitude had to do with Frontier Airlines, but I had an attitude. You know, and all of a sudden you become critical. And we begin filtering, is what social scientists call it. In other words, we only notice the bad in what should be a happy or a good moment, a happy or good memory. And our thinking becomes polarized. You don't see that in our nation, do you? We begin jumping to conclusions and catastrophizing, thinking the worst is going to come. And then it's easy for us to point our fingers and to blame and be critical of everyone else. And the physical impact on us, I mean, the lack of sleep, greater anxiety, removing yourself from society, isolation. And the truth is, in our sinfulness, we perpetuate the problem with our criticism. It's a big problem. It's a big problem in our culture. And as Paul says, which is our theme verse for this sermon series, from 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17, therefore, if anyone is in Christ. My friends, that's us. We are in Christ. We've been clothed with his righteousness. Because of God's grace, you and I are forgiven. We have the hope, the assurance of everlasting life. We are in Christ. We are a new creation, is what Paul says. The old has gone, the new has come. And so you and I, we are called to be different from the rest of society. And I believe that God is calling you to be an encourager.